Hello, everyone. Justin Crumley here. You might know me better as Cujo06241. And right now, tonight, I'm gonna get into Creepypasta-Thon, like how it started and all that good shit, kind of like a behind the scenes kind of thing. So, you know, uh, and I'm not going on a script, so I may repeat myself a little and I may get a little mixed up. So just kind of bear with me on this. Um, I'm gonna do the best I can with this. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Creepypasta-Thon, there's actually a lot more than it may seem. There was a lot put into this. Cinemassacre's Monster Madness, I mentioned in the trailer of Creepypasta-Thon was coming up. I'm a huge fan of Cinemassacre, like, James Rolfe, Mike Mate, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but um I love their videos. I love Angry Video Game Nerd. Um I love Monster Madness, which is, 31 days of horror movie reviews. Board James, and actually a lot of my videos I upload to YouTube are inspirations of from some videos I see on Cinemassacre. So yeah, and that's something I didn't want to copy Monster Madness. I didn't want to do horror movie reviews. I didn't want to copy is what I'm saying. I want to do something kind of my own thing. And Creepypasta came up. Um, actually, you could probably credit my Hypno's Lullaby reaction video. I should probably mention that because at the time I'm making this video, it has over 3,000 views, which is, you know, it just kind of blows my mind that so many people have seen that video. Um, Hypno's Lullaby is a creepypasta. The backstory behind it is that Hypno's Pokedex entry, that apparently it hypnotized a kid and the kid was never seen again. So that's a pretty creepy concept. And that song, oh, I don't think I need to get into that again. But anyway, so that could be credited too. And originally I was going to do like 10 to 12, stories, 10 to 12 days. I wasn't going to do 31 days. But I was talking to my buddy Josh, who you might know better as Tom Josh 87, the big guy that I've done a few videos with. Dipper Goes to Taco Bell. He's in that one. Um, you can find his channel on mine. It's featured. I highly recommend going to it. Yeah, he told me, no, dude, you should go all 31 days. That's what you should do. And I was like, oh, all right. You know, so yeah, that's how that started. How it became 31 days, and um, so that's covered. Something I wanted to do was I wanted to kind of have some fun with this because it seems like, and this goes for movies too, and this is straight from James Rolfe. When you have fun making a movie or a video, that fun should transcend onto the viewers or the audience. And I find that to be true. I find that to be very true actually, because usually when you're having fun doing something in front of the camera, people are gonna laugh, they're gonna relate, and making people laugh is something that I love to do. I love to. I think making people laugh is a very important aspect in communication because if you make somebody laugh, then you're uh, you got their attention. At least that's how I look at it. So a lot of my videos are comedies. You know, um, so that's something I wanted to do with Creepypasta-Thon. I wanted to add some humor to it, like um, make stupid references, like in Midnight Man when I said it's an alternate name for Batman, that was just that was just a joke. And that brings me to something else I want to do. I wanted to, kind of interact a little and get creative. So I put what I like to call Easter eggs in the videos. Uh, like the strangest security tape I've ever seen. That story is like, as I said in the review, it's like a Twilight Zone episode. It The way it's written, I didn't really get too much into it, but the way it's written, the main character, it's like the author literally just wrote the same thing down at the end as the beginning, so it's like a time loop, a paradox or something. So that's what I kind of want to do with the video the review vid, so I recorded the voiceover and I couldn't recycle the same audio at the end, so I had to redo it. I had to do it twice in the same take. Um, so that's a little trivia behind that. And I thought that, and I don't know if many people will actually catch that. Um, so if you see this video, you know what to look out for if you haven't already seen the review vid of strangest security tape I've ever seen. Um, Pretty Little Face is another one where I have a little fun at the end with my buddy Vinny. We listen to it in front of the camera, and then I pull out the knife, and it completely came out of nowhere. Like it popped into my head at the last possible minute. I wanted to kind of make that a little just creepy or a little, as I said, I want to have fun with this, and I thought that was a good way to end that one. So you know, then there's Teddy, and needless to say, I had a lot of fun making that one. It's a great story, and with that one, I had so many ideas running through my head that I mean, it was so hard for me to come up with the one thing I did, and something else behind that, the part where I drink the Pepsi. I wanted to, get like a beer or a wine cooler because I wanted to say something like, it's too much for me. I need a drink. And I don't know why. I just wanted it to be that way. There was no beer, no wine coolers, no alcoholic drinks in my fridge, so I just had to stick with the cherry Pepsi, which it I don't think it really mattered. It's just something I feel obligated to point out. And the bear right there, um, you know, he Vinny was with me when we did this, and I told him wait for my signal. I'm gonna say what the hell was that noise? I'm gonna look over, and I said the minute I turn my head, you throw that bear at me, and it worked out perfect. I mean we had to shoot it over a couple times because I fucked up on the dialogue, so that kind of sucked. But other than that, it went pretty good. And I think one more that I pointed out was that I should point out is the Midnight Man. I used Camtasia to record what the monster says, um, which was really cool. There's a couple parts I chopped out of it because the main character, talks, and I didn't really feel like we should, that needed to be heard. But everything the monster says is in there. That's all I wanted was the monster's, you know, monologue. I think the last thing I feel obligated to point out was all the movie references. I kind of wanted it to be a thing, where I would have to make a movie reference or somehow tie it in with, you know, uh, an old TV show like Tales from the Crypt. I know I reference that, and I think He Hunts is the one I reference it in. Same for Twilight Zone. I know I referenced that too, but a lot of movie references. Like in Fetish, I made I think three. I made like See No Evil, Hostel, and the Cenobites from Hellraiser. I compared Teddy to Chucky, and there's all kinds of movie references. You could find them anywhere. But that's something I wanted to, I wanted to make a natural thing. To kind of tie it in with the story, because it makes you wonder. Maybe some of these people that were writing these stories were inspired by these movies, and maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just some kind of coincidence. I don't know. But that's about all that was really put into the videos, and that's about everything you need to know as far as the making, how it started, and all that good shit. Now I'm gonna get into who else played a part in this marathon. Um, Josh, he did he did so much for this, and I really appreciate it. Um, he actually sent me a number of stories to listen to on YouTube. I'll try to name them all, but I'm not sure I can. The House, Abandoned by Disney, Symmetry, Fetish, Pretty Little Face. I think that's all of them. I'm not really sure. And Josh, if you see this video, I apologize if I missed one or two, but uh, you know, I appreciate the help. And he actually offered to write some scripts and whatever, which again really helped, you know. But I said I would write them all because I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to be able to put my own words into this. But nonetheless, it's appreciated. Vinny also played a big role. Vinny would actually listen to some of the stories with me, and we would talk about it to get a better understanding of how things were, going. We would jot things down and like kind of interact with it, like talk about it, which really helped out. Uh, Mr. Creepypasta on YouTube. That's I'm not sure if he runs the website or not, but he's the one I would listen to these stories from. I would go to his channel and just kind of I'd play the audio and he was the one I was listening to, and it was a lot easier for me to listen to him and write the scripts rather than read and write at the same time. Um, and I did get a little lazy with some of the scripts, like Anasi's Goatman story. That's almost like a 40-minute story video, and I didn't say much about it. I was kind of rushing some of the videos. Looking back on it, I kind of regret it, but I don't know. I kind of don't. Sometimes the less said, the better. But I do get really deep into a lot of them. So, yeah. But Mr. Creepypasta is who I would listen to. If you haven't subscribed to him yet, do so. It's worth it, and he's awesome. The music, the music playing in the background, other than the Jeff the Killer theme, I got was Miu or Mayu. I would download the music for the background. Again, highly recommend subscribing to them too, because what they do with music is just fucking fantastic. I think the creepy piano stuff, it's all just awesome. It made for good old fashioned scary fun, as a lot would call it. If Creepypasta-Thon becomes big, well, not big because I mean, you know what I mean. If I get a lot of views, I know the question's gonna. I think the question will come: am I gonna do this again next year? I really don't know what's gonna be happening next year. Um, so I really can't say for sure. But if I had to give an answer, am I gonna do this or not next year? I would say yes, I am gonna do it again next year because I had so much fun with this, and hopefully next year I have like more software, or I could have a little more fun with some of these stories. So that'll be nice. So yeah, I most likely I will be doing this again next year, so stay tuned. That about wraps everything up. If you have watched any of the videos, maybe not all of them, but even one or two, or a majority of them, uh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And well, if you haven't seen any of them, what are you waiting for? Go check them out.
Darkness brought endless rain. Out in the cold, I lost my way. But storms won't last, they clear the air for something new. The sun came out and brought you through. A lifetime full of words to say. I hope the time will slow the passing day. I've been wrong times over, and I've been shamed with no words to find. But if the sun will rise and bring us tomorrow, walk with me, crimson Don't speak, no use for words. Lie in my arms, sleep secure. I wonder what you're dreaming of. Lands rare and far, a timeless flight.